Howdy, Jon Hammond here. It's Sunday before Thanksgiving. And coming to you on this beautiful day by the keyboard, just checking out some tunes, trying to learn a fantastic song from the genius, the late great Henry Mancini. What a great composer he was. I just got some breaking, very, very sad news that Rosalind Carter has passed at 96 years old. And she was a great first lady with Jimmy Carter. I used to play the organ on the house band at the Witchmere Harbor Club. So we did all the private parties for the house speaker, Tip O'Neill, at that time during the Jimmy Carter administration. And we had a lot of Secret Service and folks from that scene there while I was playing. I didn't get to meet everybody, but it was a big honor to play for them. And I was playing with Luke Colombo, the late great trumpet player, one of the greatest. He was on the Artie Shaw Band, and he was a professional baseball player with the Brooklyn Dodgers organization. And the musicians that he brought on the band were always only top notch, some of the best. 25 years I was at the time, and Louis and all his guys were in their 50s. And I used to think, man, these cats are old. But I'm older than all those guys now. Yeah, time goes by so fast, too fast. And I went to visit him just days before he was very tragically killed driving home from a gig in Fort Myers, Florida. Unbelievable. He was 84 years old, and he still looked in tip-top condition, and he was playing great, and he was real happy to see me. We had a lot of beautiful gigs together. He used to bring Dick Johnson on the band, and Dick Johnson was personally selected by Artie Shaw to carry on the Artie Shaw Orchestra. And one of the greatest clarinet and saxophonists that ever lived. And when Dick Johnson and Lou Colombo were on the band, that kept me on my toes, let me tell you. And we used to play for the founder of Berklee College of Music, Lee Burke. That's why they call it Berklee, because it was Lee Burke, Mr. Lee Burke, the senior Lee Burke and Mrs. Burke. And we used to play for them. Of course, they were always nice to the band. They had a clean B3 on the bandstand. And I had the big honor of playing for everybody there in Harwich Port. It's on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. When I started doing the gig, I had my own room, and we were doing 5 nights a week. After a while, there was no more room, but I still had a gig, and I had to drive 90 miles down to the gig from Boston on Route 6. And after the gig, I would drive back the 90 miles to Boston and stop at all the Howard Johnsons along the way and get some coffee. Yeah. How's everybody doing out there? Well, it rained last night and cleared the air real beautiful. So we'll play on a clear day. And that's just what it is right now. Yeah. And I was cruising around in Beverly Hills today. So I took some pictures, and there was a car at a stoplight that I was very surprised to see the Rolls-Royce badge on it, because it just looked like an SUV that I never would think was a Rolls-Royce. But you know, everybody has SUV versions of their cars now, so I guess Rolls-Royce does too. That must be one expensive SUV. Yeah. Some really interesting cars driving around Beverly Hills. Yeah. Well, I heard from my dear friend Koi Tanaka today in Tokyo. Dear friend of mine and one of the greatest chromatic and diatonic harmonica players. And we have a very beautiful connection because we were introduced by a very, very good friend of both of ours, Waichiro Tachikawa, in the office of Manji Suzuki in Hamamatsu, Japan, at the world headquarters of Suzuki Musical Instruments, and we played together the first time in Suzuki Hall for all the Suzuki Musical Instruments team, the folks that build my instruments that I play on the gigs, the Hammond organs and the Leslie speakers, and they make the harmonicas that not only Koi plays, but Stevie Wonder also plays the very excellent Suzuki chromatic harmonicas. I was thinking about the man that wrote this tune today, Dr. Billy Taylor. It's called I Wish I Knew How It Feels to Be Free. It was covered so nicely by Nina Simone. And I met Dr. Billy Taylor a few times because he was very active in the IAJE, which stands for International Association of Jazz Educators. So I used to go to all the IAJE conventions, and I was very lucky to meet him also at some other occasions. And you know, he used to host a jazz program on Sunday mornings on CBS TV. That was a great program. Yeah, I love this song. It's very appropriate for what's happening these days. Well, I hope everybody is staying safe out there, because you know this is dangerous times, folks. So everybody be careful. Enjoy the company that you're with. And have a beautiful Thanksgiving time. I will be at the NAMM show with my entire band doing the kickoff concert first thing in the morning, January 25th at Anaheim. Bye-bye now.